So let's start the engine and let's see how it to drive. First thing first, the pickup is really strong, very nice. I have to say the performance on this car is really enjoyable. I'm in third gear and the turbo really comes in early at around 1500 rpm, and then the car really becomes a rocket. So I'm just fourth gear now on 60 in the normal mode, and it shoots. Brilliant. Brakes are also very good. I'm in the third gear and see this. This really becomes a rocket. In the fourth, I'm in 70, and the car just goes. I'll switch on the sports mode now on the go, and there's definitely difference. The punch is more. This is actually a very enjoyable car on the highways. Crossed 80 now. Wow. The performance you get on this car is definitely much more than what you get on the similar cars in this range. The turbo manual, even after 68,300 kilometers, there's no drop in the performance. The, this is really a good engine. I have to say the performance is really enjoyable. The turbo kicks in at around 15 to 1600 rpm, and this is this is actually a mile muncher on the highways. The stability this car provides is very, I would say, enjoyable on the highways, and very underrated quality of this car. And this goes, man. Also, the steering is very stable, very nice and direct steering. There's certain heaviness to it on the highways and very light on in the city. And I can vouch for it. This is the most enjoyable car if you are a driving enthusiast in this price range. Even I would say the brands which provide 1.5 naturally aspirated engines will not be able to match the kind of performance this car has. It goes like a rocket. The only thing is that gear shifting could have been smoother. Brakes are very nice. There's no issue in the braking as well. Suspensions, although they are a bit loud, but you don't get the you don't get bumps feel. Suspensions are definitely a bit loud, but you would not feel uncomfortable in the car. Or you can say the suspension makes more noise, but they are effective. You would be cushy in the car. Brakes are very nice. The testimony to the suspension is that I have just fixed my phone just under the headrest of the co-passenger seat, and it has not fallen down. So this shows that even the suspension might sound a bit loud, but actually it is damn effective. See this? You would hear the third, so it is not as polished, but it does the job well. Again, shooting the car in the fourth, and it goes. Well, it is definitely a mile muncher. You can go on and on in this car on the highways. Even in the cities, it is a very flickable car, so you get the best of both the worlds. It is very enjoyable on the highways and very maneuverable in the city. Second thing, as I said, the steering is really nice. It it is very direct, and although there's some artificial feel to it, but I think for most of the users this will do, and this is actually better than most of the counterparts, I would say, especially the Koreans. The feel and feedback of this steering is very nice. The brakes are very nice. सेकंड गियर, इस गाड़ी को सेकंड गियर में उठाना बहुत आसान है. देखिए मतलब दिस इज वेरी बिग बम्प्स एंड आई एम इन सेकंड एंड दिस जस्ट गोज. दिस इज very good quality of this car. I think the reason is the torque to weight ratio, the power to weight ratio is very high because of the low weight, and that is why this car is very light on its feet. It feels very light and nimble. Yet on the highways, the car provides you great stability, and even on this bad surface, you would not be very uncomfortable. I'm going on 50, 60, and there's not an issue in this car. I really wonder, why the Renault has not marketed this car. That this definitely deserves to sell in higher numbers. Maybe people think that the reliability is an issue, but I think that the car has already done, we have the testimony. This car has done more than 68,000 kilometers, and it is running absolutely fine. No drop in performance in the engine after so long, after so many kilometers have done. So very impressive, especially three things which I really liked: the performance, the punch this car has, the highway dynamics, the stability of this car, the ability of this car to go fast on good roads, and how it handles very slow moving traffic, and how it handles bad patch is also very commendable. It is very flickable, but this car is eager actually. And one more thing, the fuel efficiency is actually, I've been driving the nuts of this out of this car, and yet this car is actually giving me 17-18 kilometer per liter, which is very nice. And I've heard most of the owners say that the mileage on the turbo petrol is actually good, not on the naturally aspirated. I guess that is, I don't know why that engine exists. It should have been either a 4-cylinder or it should have been a 1.2. So that's why I'm saying the maneuverability so good in the city. It just shoots. It can pick up the spaces and just shoot. the engine revs, but you don't need to. Actually, the performance comes quite early in this car, and I'm in fourth gear, 3000 RPM. Wow, this on 100, and the car really shoots, man. Very, very likable and very enjoyable car to ride. I guess you should take a test drive of this car, even if you don't plan to buy. I guess so. As I was saying, that if you are a driving enthusiast, you should at least take a test drive of this car once, and you never know, you might end up buying this. So this is another pack of breakers. Goes nicely. The only downside which I feel in this car are primarily the ones related to AC effectiveness above 40 degrees. That is one. Second is the gear shifts. The gear is not that smooth. It is good. It is okayish, but not in the league of the Marutis or the Koreans or the Germans. Definitely not there. So I guess that drops a bit of excitement. That could have been better. Thirdly, I would say that in the when it comes to harsh bumps, deep crater like of speed breakers, therein I feel the suspension makes little bit sound, which is which you know which impacts the overall experience. Although I feel that all the 3 points are not that deal breakers, because if you are driving mostly single or double occupancy in the car, I guess AC would be suffice. uh, Gear shifts, I would say that if you are, until unless you are truly enthusiast, that should be okay, because gears are all right. The gearbox is not that bad. It is not as slick shifting, but it's okay. And the bumps part, I said that if you most of the cars are enjoyable on good roads, so no one enjoy the cars on harsh or bad surfaces. And as I said that the phone has not fallen off. So it is a testimony that although it makes some sound, the suspension makes some sound, but it is overall a comforting one. I have driven the Magnite also, but I found that since this car has better power to weight ratio, the performance of this car is actually better. Also, I would say the space in this car is better than Nexon. This is you can just go into the showrooms and check it for yourself. Definitely, the next one might look a bigger car, but what I have experienced is that it does not have the space. Also, the reverse parking camera is very clear, very wide. Even the Scorpio N of my friend does not have such good quality camera. As I said, the maneuverability of this car is very nice. So now I'll be shifting to normal mode for the city, and the steering becomes less harder, less stiffer. The acceleration input also drops a little. So another thing is that you don't need to shift a lot of gears in this car. This car will do its job. I'm ambling in fourth gear in the city. I mean, this is a very high gear for the speeds. See, as I said, even in congested traffic, this car provides both best of both the worlds. It has excellent flickability. It has excellent flickability. It has good ground clearance, so it can do the SUV things, which is go past the craters or big bumps. Let's try little bit of off-road as well on this car. Let's see how are the suspensions. As I said that the mobile has not fallen off, and I am not using any mobile stands. It is just set beneath the headrest of my co-passenger seat. So let's check out some off-roading. How does this car handle that very bad road actually? This is actually a very bad patch. It might not look the same on the camera, but I'm just scrolling and see that this is what happened. See, this is the advantage of this car. It can go past from anywhere actually. This car is actually the best of both the worlds. See the craters. My god. I'm literally crawling at 10. I'm at 10 to 12 kilometer per hour. It's not that slow. Okay. Well done. I guess the suspensions were very supportive. Very supportive. Check out the space. You will not get this kind of space in even higher segment cars. So this is also one thing which is very creditable. The interiors, pretty nice.